Assalamu alaikum, 6 p.m. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Asma Hafiz. First, the headlines. Prime Minister has hailed achievements of Pakistan Army, security forces and intelligence agencies for their successful operations against terrorists. President has invited UAE businessmen to explore vast opportunities of investment in Pakistan in various sectors. Information Minister says inimical forces cannot sabotage the deep-rooted relation between Pakistan and China. Indian Punjab Minister Navjot Singh Sidhu says the entire Sikh community is grateful to Pakistan for the opening of Kartarpur corridor. In occupied Kashmir, complete shutdown is being observed today against the brutal killing of 18 Kashmiris by the Indian troops. UN Security Council will hold an emergency meeting today to discuss the dispute between Russia and Ukraine. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan has hailed achievements of Pakistan Army, all other security forces and intelligence agencies for their successful operations against terrorists. He was addressing a combined jirga of elders from North and South Waziristan in Miran Shah today. The Prime Minister visited North Waziristan along with Chief of Army Staff General Qamar Javed Bajwa. The Prime Minister said no other country or their armed forces have done what Pakistan and its armed forces achieved in war against terrorism. He pledged that we shall not fight any such war again inside Pakistan. President Dr. Arif Alvi has invited UAE businessmen to take benefit from vast opportunities of investment in Pakistan in various sectors, especially tourism. He was talking to Commander UAE Naval Forces Rear Admiral Saeed bin Hamdan bin Mohammed Al Nahyan, who called on him in Islamabad today. The President stressed that efforts must be made to further enhance bilateral trade to commensurate with its actual potential. The President emphasized that a lot of scope exists between the two armed forces for enhancement of existing cooperation, including joint exercises, enhancement in defense export, and joint production. Talking to Secretary Election Commission Babar Yaqub Fateh Mohammed, President Arif Alvi said that the Parliament has an important role in supporting Election Commission to hold general elections in a more transparent, free and fair manner. He said in democracy, general election is the biggest activity which requires continuous improvement and learning of lesson from each past experience. Information Minister Chaudhry Fawad Hussain says the Right to Information Act will help bring transparency in the country and help in curbing corruption. He was addressing a ceremony in Islamabad today in connection with the launch of Federal Information Commission for implementation of Federal Right to the Information Law. He said the law will help journalists to seek information on various issues from government departments. Each government department will be obliged to give information in 10 days. If it does not comply, the case will be sent to the relevant commission. He said a whistleblower act to curb corruption is also coming soon, which is a great step towards ending this menace. Meanwhile, addressing another event in Islamabad today in connection with collecting donations for two policemen who sacrificed their lives in foiling the terrorist attack on the Chinese consulate, the Information Minister said the inimical foreign elements are behind the terrorist attack on Chinese consulate in Karachi. The minister said these forces cannot sabotage Pak-China relations, which are deep-rooted and time-tested. Fawad Chaudhry said that Pakistan has proved itself to be steadfast and firm in the war on terrorism. He reaffirmed the commitment to overcome the menace at all costs. Minister for Planning and Development Makhdoom Khusro Bakhtiar has said that Government of Pakistan is fully committed to providing foolproof security to Chinese nationals in Pakistan and CPAC projects all across the country. He was talking to Chinese Ambassador Yao Xing at Chinese Embassy in Islamabad today. The minister termed the attack on Chinese consulate in Karachi as a conspiracy to sabotage China-Pakistan economic corridor and said that these detractors cannot change our resolve on this mega corruption. Former Norwegian Prime Minister Kjell Magne Gunmondev has drawn the attention of international community towards the Kashmir issue, saying its solution should be put high on the world agenda. He was talking to Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi in Islamabad today. The former Norwegian Prime Minister is on a two-day visit to Pakistan and Azad Jammu and Kashmir. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi on the occasion highlighted the report of the UN High Commission on Human Rights on Jammu and Kashmir, as well as the UK Parliament's report on the region, as evidence of international recognition of the severity of the Kashmir problem. Pakistan and Malaysia have agreed to promote mutual cooperation in defense and other sectors. The understanding came at a meeting between Chief of Royal Malaysian Air Force General Tan Sri Datu and Pakistan Air Force Air Chief Marshal Mujahid Anwar Khan in Islamabad today. The Air Chief briefed the visiting dignitary about ongoing indigenization projects being undertaken by PAF in recent years. The Chief of Malaysian Air Force appreciated the sound professionalism of Pakistan Air Force and its key role in the war on terrorism. This is Radio Pakistan. Four-day International Defense Exhibition Ideas 2018 begins at Expo Center, Karachi from tomorrow. Hundreds of firms from various countries would exhibit their products in one of the largest defense exhibitions of the region. High-ranking delegations and services chiefs from friendly countries would also attend the exhibition. Pakistan Air Force will showcase indigenously manufactured products in the event. Indian Punjab Minister and former cricketer Navjot Singh Sidhu has said he will definitely visit Pakistan to attend the opening ceremony of Kartarpur Corridor. In a tweet, Navjot Singh Sidhu said Pakistan is his second home and he has been invited by the Pakistani government to attend the opening ceremony. He said the entire Sikh community is grateful to the Pakistani Prime Minister and the Army Chief for taking this initiative. In occupied Kashmir, complete shutdown is being observed across the territory today against the brutal killing of 18 Kashmiris by the Indian troops under the garb of cordon and search operations during the last 3 days. According to Kashmir Media Service, call for the strike was given by the Joint Resistance Leadership. Call for the shutdown was issued after the killing of 8 youth and injuring of 70 others. Ukrainian President Petro Poroshenko has proposed imposing martial law after Russian forces seized 3 Ukrainian Navy vessels in the Black Sea. At an emergency meeting of the Ukrainian National Security and Defense Council in Kiev, President Poroshenko said that the introduction of the 60-day martial law does not mean that Ukraine will carry out any offensive actions. Meanwhile, UN Security Council will hold an emergency meeting later today over a dispute between Russia and Ukraine. In Turkey, 4 soldiers were killed and another was wounded when a military helicopter crashed in Sancaktepe district of Istanbul today. According to reports, the helicopter was carrying out training flights in Istanbul. The reason for its crash has not yet been determined. In Libya, 113 Europe-bound migrants were rescued by the coast guards off the country's Mediterranean coast. In a statement, a Coast Guard spokesman said the migrants, including 17 women and 4 children, were intercepted off the coast of the western Libyan city of Sabratha. And now cricket. On the third day of second cricket test against Pakistan at Dubai, New Zealand in their second innings, after being followed on, were 126 for the loss of 2 wickets a short while ago. Earlier, New Zealand in their first innings were all out for 90 runs. Yasir Shah bagged his career best 8 wickets. It is New Zealand's lowest score in Test cricket against Pakistan. And finally, the weather. Mainly cold and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.